Good morning. It's Monday, February 6th, 2023. Yikes. So we're doing an experiment. Today you'll see I'm not wearing my suit coat. I'm wearing my pea coat green denim jacket. My theory was that it's the jacket that was making me sick. I know it sounds crazy, but it was one of the only things I could think of. This morning when I switched to this jacket, I'm also not keeping that jacket in my closet to make sure there's no kind of cross-contamination. I was keeping it in the closet, but it wasn't. I don't believe it was directly in contact with this coat. Either way, there's an experiment going on. I've been getting sick on my way to and from work, and it's been getting worse. My wife thinks it's motion sickness because of all the symptoms. They seem to add up to motion sickness. And after she read all the symptoms, I'm like, yeah, it could be motion sickness. Just weird that I would suddenly have motion sickness. She also attributed it to the fact that I'm now recording. So she thinks something about this this screen being here may be causing me to have motion sickness. She gets motion sickness in the car when she's using her phone, when she's a passenger. So she thinks that may be it. So today we're driving to work without the jacket. We're going to film. If I am ill again on the way there, I will not have a video tomorrow because I will go to work without filming to see if that's the cause. But this morning I was thinking about it and I realized yesterday, I mean, I've known for a while, I need to get new glasses. I can't see anymore. My vision has gotten significantly altered since the last time I got glasses, and my near vision is completely gone. I can't see small print at all. I had to have my daughter read a number out of a recipe book yesterday. It was too small for me to see. It said 3/4 or it said 1/4. I don't know, something quarter. It didn't say 2/4 and it didn't say 4/4. It was either 1/4. I think it was 2/3. It doesn't matter what it was. I couldn't see it. I had to have somebody else look at it. I did not ask a riddle on the way home Friday, so I don't have to give you an answer this morning. Some things I said I was going to do over the weekend, I did some of them, but not to any large degree. I did not take the data off my phone. I really should have, but I didn't make time to do that. I did insulate more of the street-facing wall, like I said I would. Got one of the complex pieces out of the way. There's another complex piece where I stopped. It's just where the wires come through the cinder block. I have to figure out how I handled that before, because I can't put the wires behind the insulation and I can't put them in front of the insulation. So I believe I either carved out a channel or I cut two pieces of insulation and I just let the stuff run down it. I don't think I carved a channel. So anyway, I still have to move the data onto the computer, these recorded files. Am I recording? Yes, I am. There's something else. Oh, about the vision. Like, I think it may just be the glasses. I think maybe it is motion sickness, and it may just be that my glasses are to the point where the prescription is so wrong that they're causing it. I think my wife did an experiment yesterday without telling me. What was that? Roads may be icy. We got in the car and we just went on this rambling trip, supposedly to some farms. We actually went to these farms, went across the covered bridge. Very nice. We didn't take pictures. I think she was doing that to see if I got sick in the car. I did not. But before the trip started, I already had a sinus headache. And to cure that, after I got home, I made myself some ramen insanity, which is there's that smell. Hold on, let me put the circulate inside air on. So yeah, immediately I notice when the circulate inside air is not on, I get this engine smell in the compartment of the car. Or I don't know, whatever it smells like between my house and work, or maybe it's my engine. Who knows? So where was I going? talked about the insulation, talked about ramen insanity. So what it is, I take ramen, I buy ramen, but I never use the packet. So I have this giant container of, I think it's all chicken flavor, those little seasoning packets of ramen. I never use those. So if you ever want one, I got plenty. It's I heat up I get a big bowl, I fill that with filtered water, drop that into a pot, so I have that amount of water. I add some frozen vegetables, a bunch of spices, turmeric, cumin, crushed red pepper, cayenne pepper, black pepper. There's just a whole slew of them, and then a bunch of hot sauces, like a little bit of Tabasco, but then some like really outrageous hot sauces. So it ends up being a very, very spicy. Like just the fumes that come off of it make your nose run. So it's great for clean, and it helped. So I ate my ramen insanity, and besides clearing up my sinuses, and I think a lot of that has to do with the turmeric because it's anti-inflammatory, but I don't know that it would work that fast. While I was eating it, my ear popped. I was like, wow. So I was really clogged up. So that's that story. And then helpful tip. So I have what I think on and off is a water pressure problem in my house, and I keep writing it off, and I've talked about this before, I keep writing it off to being up on a hill and just going to be lower water pressure, just like I have very low gas pressure. But now I'm like really leaning away from getting gas in the house. Like there are a couple of use cases where I really do want gas range. This will eventually come back to water pressure, but like I've been talking lately about induction. I've been doing a lot of research on induction, and that really looks like the way to go. Even Elements, which I have, are pretty good, but my pans are warped. It's probably my fault. My Royal Prestige cookware is still in pristine condition, and I've had that stuff for 20 years, and I use it all the time. And I know it's like a 7-layer clad thing. I don't know if that would work on induction. That kind of scares me. I do believe I'll have no problem using my cast iron on an induction, but my wok, I have a cast iron wok, and that doesn't really work well on the electric element, and I doubt it would work well. In fact, I know it won't work well on induction either. It'll only heat the very bottom of the pan, and I can cook like that. I've used it, but I really prefer gas when it comes to cooking with a wok. Back to water pressure. So the reason I'm going through all this. So yeah, there's low gas pressure, and I keep thinking there's low water pressure, but there are certain faucets that have no problem. These are the not filtered, but there's aerators that go into your faucets. Like I know that every once in a while you have to pull them out, especially if you have well water. I have city water, but it's still very high in minerals. So the calcium or whatever it is collects in them. So every once in a while you have to, like when your water really starts running slow, you take it off and you find all these pearls, calcium pearls inside the aerator. You just knock them out, and all of a sudden the pressure comes back to normal. Well, I've been doing that with my shower, and I used to have a rainfall shower, but I really need that spray head. I want that spray head to just, so I can power wash the soap and stuff off of me. I prefer the thing on a hose. I can pretend I'm singing in the shower. So I often get frustrated because the pressure in the shower becomes extremely low, and it takes a very long time to get a shower to rinse the soap off and stuff. I have a my tongue is sore. This side of my tongue is sore. I don't know if I bit it or what's going on. So anyway, so often I'll take the shower off at where it comes out of the wall, and there'll be little pearls, little rocks in there from coming from the hot water, and I assume it's just the hot water, but who knows? I guess it's all the water. So I'll often take the shower off of the pipe that comes through the wall and knock out any little debris. Well, that didn't really work today. Like I'm not getting the power increase that I'm expecting to get. I was even thinking maybe it's a time of day thing. Maybe they don't want too much. Like my mind goes these crazy places. I just like come up with all these cockamamie theories as to why things are the way they are. They're all wrong. So the actual, what I did was I took it apart further. So there's the part that comes off, and then there's the hose that attaches to that adapter. Well, I pried that apart. This is after the initial aerator. There's an aerator down that end of the. Why there's an aerator there, I don't know. Doesn't really seem to make any sense. I should remove that, but it catches a lot of rocks. Anyway, so I took that thing off that the other hose goes into, and I cleaned out that hose. That solved my problem. All of a sudden, I had like ridiculous pressure in the shower. So, helpful tip: if you're losing pressure, whether it's at a faucet or in your shower, there's probably mineral buildup in the line, which is causing reduction in flow. So, there you go. Your helpful tip for the day. Other side note, having to do with that mysterious illness we're tracking. I've also been losing weight, and I haven't been trying. I should probably stop saying this in case I ever want to sell a weight loss thing. Oh yeah, I lost some number of pounds in this much time, and here's how I did it. I have no idea. My intention is to lose weight. I've been joking about the fact that I am losing weight without trying. As of this morning, if you've been watching, I've been saying I've been getting closer and closer to 200 pounds. I am now like just a hair under 200 pounds. And I don't know why. I mean, last night was not a healthy night. I ate a bunch of junk food, had a couple of beers, not healthy living at all. Didn't do any exercise. Like the work that I did on the wall was very, very easy. I was just cutting out foam board and putting it in place. So I don't know why I'm losing weight. I don't mind. I think it's great when I actually try to lose weight. If the two of them added together, that's going to be fantastic. I'll like reach my goal weight in no time at all. All right, pardon me for a moment. I'm pulling up to Nick Nuts Do Not.
What can I get for you?
Hi, could I have a large black midnight coffee?
Will that be everything?
That's it.
Total 317. Pull around.
Thank you. Ring. Thank you. Thank you very much. It might just be me because I'm coming here forever, but they seem to have a lot of turnover. There's just a lot of different people that work here. I mean, I guess maybe Dunkin' Donuts is not a career, but just seems like there's always different faces. I like consistency. I'm just gonna go. How are we for time? All right, so another day where I don't have to bail for the highway. I did some of my morning work over the weekend, but I didn't do all of it. And I really should have spent the extra 10 to 15 minutes doing a report, but I didn't, and I'll do it when I'm supposed to do it at work. As of last week, like I said, late last week, I've decided to start doing 3 22-minute segments instead of 4 20-minute segments. I'm sure there's a reason why. Motherfucker! Pickup truck with ladders on top just came across into my lane, was coming right at me. Almost had your excitement there, viewer. That was scary. The bad part about that is there's nowhere to go. There's like a hill on this side, so if he didn't suddenly wake up or get off his phone, he was going at a good clip too. He would have hit me pretty severely. Let's see, airbag would have gone off. It's probably a little too close to my face. I would have had bumps and bruises. Fortunately, I haven't bedazzled my steering wheel, so it wouldn't have been like a claymore. I think I was talking about that the other day. I do a lot of driving, like just to work and back is quite a lot of time and a lot of miles. And like if you start to do a statistical analysis, I am more likely to be involved in an accident than the average person because of the number of miles I put on the road. Not that it would be my fault, but something like that is more likely to happen to me because I spend more time on the road than the average person. I don't like those numbers. Again, with the weight loss, I got a minute. With the weight loss, the thing, if I look up my body on a BMI chart, and if I go by my true height, how tall I actually am, not how tall it says on my driver's license, which is it's there's a huge disparity between what it says on my driver's license and my actual height at this point. I used to be that tall, but I'm not anymore. Anyway, I think if I'm right, I think somewhere in the area of the low end, I'm supposed to be 135 pounds. That's supposedly a healthy weight for me. I am pretty sure my skeleton weighs like 97 pounds. So I can't, 130, that just seems really low. And I know when I get down to 155, 160, I start to look weird. Weirder. Like alienish. So, I don't know what a healthy weight to shoot for is. I do know that I felt comfortable at 170, like 165, 170, I think is a good place for me to get back down to. I think getting much below 160 is not healthy for me, so. But I haven't been trying to lose weight yet, so it's a completely pointless conversation. Speaking of pointless conversations, actually there is no segue, it's just we're reaching the end of the 22-minute mark, so I'm going to stall for like 10 seconds and then I'm going to say have a wonderful day. By stalling, I'm just going to fill the air for 10 seconds like this. Have a wonderful day.